playing Mario Party in that hotel room. I'm gonna do the thing where you press A really fast and you go like this.
Dude, I had to get into it, dude. I do everything like I play bass. Just like. Oh, I think we're doing it. We're doing the interview. I think it's happening. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Kaim Interviews. We are here with, who are you guys? Wait, who are you guys?
Breaking Benjamin.
The least
important members of Issues.
Yeah. Half of it.
Half of it.
Or, yeah, if you ask any fangirl, probably more like a quarter of it.
It happens.
Since we're here at the House of Blues and you guys played Disneyland not too long ago, so if you guys could be reincarnated as a Disney character, who would you be?
Jafar, dude.
Jafar? Why?
Because it's Jafar. Him or Scar, dude.
Dang, evil people.
Worst people.
Yeah. Scar is a terrible little lion.
Scar's a badass.
As a child, I hated him.
Yeah, I have a scar like right up here or whatever, somewhere, and I got it right when like Lion King was in theaters, and I watched it 6 times in 1 week, right when I got the scar, and so like all my parents' friends called me Scar, and I thought I was the coolest kid.
Is Toy Story Disney? That's Disney, right?
Yeah.
Pixar? Okay. Yeah, I think I would be Woody. Little happy little cowboy riding around, yeah.
Alright, as generic as it is, dude.
Aladdin?
No.
Yeah.
As generic as it is, I want to be Mickey, dude.
Oh, Mickey.
He's a pimp and he's in everything.
That's true.
So straight up.
Wait, do that again. Oh boy!
No, I'm not as good as Curtis, dude.
Yeah, Curtis has it on. He's spot on, Mickey.
Our merch guy, Curtis.
If you buy a T-shirt from us at any point, ask our merch guy to do his Mickey impression.
But tip him.
Yeah,
Thousands of dollars.
$1 for one impersonation. So if you could save the world with one other person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh shit. Shoot.
Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones? Okay.
Yeah, Rain City superhero. He's a real like superhero for Seattle. He's like an MMA fighter professionally, and he walks around Seattle at night fighting crime in a huge spandex suit with a team of superheroes. This is a real thing that happens. I could just tweet him like, "Yo, Phoenix Jones, like, I don't know, like Lex Luthor is like trying to cool down the Earth's core to make money somehow. Like, let's go fix it."
Let's go fix it. And he'd be down.
Yeah, like that's real. That's awesome.
That'd be tight.
Probably my dude, Andre the Giant, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man. You'd probably F someone's day up. F.
I think probably Bill Clinton. Just because, like, I feel like he could, like, navigate us with his little talking skills.
Yeah.
He could probably, like, talk the, like, zombies out of, like, killing us. You know?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Monica Lewinsky, dog.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like James Bond, man, but like a freaking president.
A pimp.
I don't know.
A president pimp.
Isn't that just a sign of the patriarchy? You're gonna glorify the guy who cheats on his wife.
Hey, feminists, get at issues.
Yeah, I'm just calling the YouTube comments right now.
Last one. If you could replace a living artist with someone from the dead and resurrect them in their place, who would you choose?
That's cold.
Yeah. No offense to Tyler, but Michael Jackson's got to take your spot, dude. Honestly.
Tyler's got to go.
I love it.
So wait, we're killing
Michael
one
Jackson.
person and replacing them with someone else?
Wait, we have to kill him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
we have
same.
to...
Sorry, Tyler.
Deuces.
I'd be in a band with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
How fucking sick would that, freaking sick would that be?
Hold on, I gotta think about who I'm gonna kill first. I don't know. That's a tough choice.
Go ahead, dude. Be honest. Is it me?
No.
Is this guy?
No.
What if you could kill someone in your band and had to replace them with somebody famous? So if you had to kill Sky, yeah, if you had to kill Sky and replace him with somebody.
I guess Victor Wooten.
All right.
If I had to kill you, yeah.
Rest in peace, Sky.
If anybody could do it, dude, it'd be Vic.
What about?
Yeah. So we have to kill someone from the band. That's
Well,
tough.
specifically, who would you kill Sky for?
Oh. Okay.
Right now.
Right.
Probably another famous black musician with long hair. So you have a lot of options.
Okay, Flea would be pretty cool to
That would be pretty
I
sick.
feel like he could possibly reincarnate your stage craziness.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Or Ryan Martini, since I'm basically just a carbon copy of him anyways.
You guys have been on your headlining tour for quite some time now. What's it been like having, like such a successful tour going on for specifically you guys, like carrying the majority of the weight?
It's been surreal.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the best way to put it. Honestly, it's like
it's kind of scary getting up there every night and then like
because we're used to just kind of like goofing off for like 30 minutes and then getting off stage and being like, okay, we're done. We can. But, no.
But it's like now we're goofing off for an hour.
Yeah.
Stuff could go wrong.
Yeah, and there's like mentally like for us a big difference between like someone goes to a festival, pays to go to the festival and sees us, or pays to go see A Day to Remember and sees us. You know, like, oh yeah, that band's cool too. Like these people are coming to pay to see us. We're their primary focus. Yeah. We're the reason they spent $20 on a ticket, and so like I feel pressure to perform. Because I love a good show. I want to do that for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
What's it been like for you guys to play your specific hometown shows? You guys have 3 kind of different upbringings, so what's it been like?
The first show, and that was like super like surreal for me because it was at the Masquerade in Heaven, and I grew up. You know, same for all of us. Like we grew up going to our hometown venue, and then we got to like headlining. That was really cool because it was also the first time I'd ever played it, or played Heaven at least. So it was definitely like. It was just weird, but it was all. I mean, it was amazing. It was so cool.
Yeah.
In the past 2 LA shows, PHC came out, so
they did. Shout out PHC. But yeah, House of Blues, LA. I busted some kid's nose open at some other show, and I hope someone busted someone's nose open for us yesterday.
Watching it was incredible. Like my mom and my sister came on stage and sang "And Disappear" with us, and like there's a lot of crowd surfing and stage moshing and. Like it was, I don't know. It was no words. I have no words. I can't believe we fit 800 people into that room. I can't believe that room is 800 capacity even.
Wait, can we backtrack for a second? I don't condone violence. Don't break somebody's nose. But like if you do it on accident, it's a different story.
You're worried about the YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Last time I talked with Issues in general, the self-titled wasn't even out yet. Rewind back to then, did you guys assume or expect that the success of the self-titled would be like anywhere near as what it is now? Like a huge headlining tour, tons of album sales? Yeah.
Well, now, I mean, it's kind of funny because we've gotten to the point where we've sold more than 100,000 albums collectively. And like, did I ever think I would be part of something that would sell 100,000 albums? Literally never. No, no, definitely. That is the solid answer.
I mean, I think when we finished the record, a lot of us didn't even know if people were going to be into it.
Yeah,
there was a lot of parts where like we liked, but we thought they were like, well, is the listener going to think this is just weird? But I don't know. I mean, we were surprised for sure, I think.
Yeah, it was
especially
scary.
When we got the first week.
It was definitely scary because like we literally just threw in whatever we wanted to hear at the minute. Like freaking like, oh, we like Parkway Drive. Let's put this little metalcore part in there, and then just threw it in. It's like doesn't fit at all, but it's just in there.
What other bands like kind of influenced you guys like as you're writing like your guitar parts, bass parts, drum parts? Like what specific like artists kind of influenced you to put your specific tracks on?
My biggest influence was AJ, honestly. I mean, I was just trying to like write like AJ, because like. So like certain songs on the EP, like parts I really liked, and while the EP wasn't obvious, it was far from perfect. There was some elements that I thought were really cool that hadn't been touched on by anyone before. Yeah. That little miss Haji over here.
AJ kind of has like a book of like AJ-isms that I had to learn how to play to get the band basically, which is it's awesome. But I think for me, Gavin Harrison is a drummer for Porcupine Tree. I think he's like really intelligent as far as like placing fills where they need to be and like playing dynamically and just like I guess contributing just enough and not overplaying at the same time.
We talked about the acoustic material back then as well, and that's finally out. It's been like a while in the making. So what do you guys see the future for Issues being in the like perspective of acoustic music? Like, is there going to be more? Is there going to be a run where you guys might go on tour with like specifically acoustic stuff?
No.
I think if we ever do anything acoustic from now on, it's just going to be like just little tracks here and there, or just for live things. You know what I'm saying? Not really. I don't think we're ever going to do like another album with acoustic stuff. Yeah, just to, I don't know, tone it down for a second, but not a full album.
Yeah, the thing with the acoustic stuff or the reimagined stuff or whatever, that came about when we were still in the EP phase. Mm-hmm. That was before the full length and before we knew what. Like the first day I ever joined the band, we were working on it, right? Like I literally flew in and went to the studio, and I mean, like there were still member changes that had to happen, and we just weren't the same band. I mean, Michael's not even on it at all. It only represents for the most part, 3.5 members maybe out of 6. So it was like a fun experiment, and I love how it turned out, and I'm glad people like it. It probably won't happen again just because we're not that band anymore. We were that band a year ago. I've been there, done that, had fun, you know, got the t-shirt, etc.
When you were recording that music, you weren't necessarily like in this like state of mind as, oh, we're gonna release this sometime as an album. That wasn't like a thought in your guys' head, or it was just for fun.
Well, honestly, it came from our manager just trying to develop us and get us to like sort of expand our horizons and try to almost, for lack of a better way of putting it, show off, I guess. And we were a little reluctant at first because of the aforementioned reasons, but it turned out really cool. And because because we've been there and we've done that music, it opened up that sort of like mental hallway. You know what I'm saying? So like if we want to throw a more toned down like R&B part or something, or R&B part in a song in the future or something like that, like we know how to do it. We know how that works in the band. You know what I mean? And I feel like that helps with the fans too, because it's sort of I guess the only thing that ever limits a band is what they think the fans will like, really, as far as like stylistic choices. So if the fans are okay with that and they've sort of been spoon-fed like the total opposite of what we are, but you know we still like it obviously and we made it, then we can kind of get away with anything. The
track Disappear, I want to talk about that a little bit. I know that like when we talked, that was also like an emotional song for Tyler, and then also, you know, AJ, I know that you guys kind of all channeled your specific emotional like loss. And so what's it like playing that live each night and in front of a huge crowd that knows the lyrics and shouting it out, you know, towards the very last, you know, part of the song?
It's crazy. The first night I almost lost it, honestly, but I've kind of gotten to like, you know, like chill out during that last part when they're all singing it. But like in Atlanta, I was just like, oh, I was like, I better not start crying right here on stage, you know, because I mean that's like a really like personal song, but I've learned to chill, be cool.
It's definitely a cool way to end the set, I guess, as far as like playing all the songs and just getting to kind of like, I guess, connect with the crowd on that level and then kind of do our thing.
I also want to talk about Personality Cult being played as the Encore when it used to be your guys' opener. Why did you guys decide to make that decision and like kind of switch things up for that?
Well, we've been playing Personality Cult as the intro to our set for a while, actually, like almost a year.
Over a year.
Yeah, and so I mean, obviously it's super effective, but one way we figured out literally just logistically to keep that element but have it not the first song is throw in the encore where we end with Disappear and then start the encore with this heavy ass like cool like intro track basically, you know. And I've always loved 2-song encores where it's one deep track and the song that everybody wants to hear, right? We'll keep it a secret. Don't know if you'll be able to guess which one it is, but but like that embodies that perfectly. It's just effective, more or less.
Gotcha. One of the last questions. You guys recently were, you know, talking on your Twitters about AP and how they were talking about meet and greets and whatnot. So what are your guys' thoughts on meet and greets, to just kind of summarize that for fans that want to hear your perspective and don't want to scroll down like weeks and weeks to see your tweets?
Yeah, we could talk about that.
I got something to say
honestly,
about that.
Though, all right. Well, from my perspective, and which is like what I've been trying to explain to everyone, like people like, you know, I've gotten tweets that are like, oh, you got like a big head now, like, you know, you think people should pay to meet you and stuff like that. But like even when I was like 13 years old as a fan going to shows, I never thought it was a bad idea. So like, was I a shitty person at 13 years old for thinking that? You know what I'm saying? Like my mindset on it hasn't changed. I thought that was just like the standard thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. I don't suck.
No, I mean, I think it's definitely a sensitive subject, obviously. But I think we really do try to, like, every single day be intentional as far as, like, you know, these kids are paying for meet and greet. We know how much they're paying. You know, it's giving them their money's worth, you know, hanging out with them, giving them a good experience, being, like, trying to be as, you know, as genuine as possible as far as, like, legitimately just hanging out, you know? And I think that's that's something that's really important too, because it's not just we don't show up, we're like, all right, cool, let's take pictures, thanks for the money, you know. It's not like that, you know. Or at least I think we really try to be intentional and make it, you know, just hanging out.
If I may bitch.
Yeah.
I think it is absolutely ridiculous that in this scene of all scenes where no band, no matter how punk you think you are actually punk, people call other bands that are also not punk, like, people call them out for not being punk enough. So, like, what's, like, I don't know, there's just no standards. It's literally just whoever complains the most is, like, the most punk rock or whatever. Like, if you make money, if you're, like, part of the music industry in general, then you're, like, not punk rock enough. Well, actually, if you somehow get, like, an article in AP about how other bands aren't punk rock, that's like the least punk rock thing ever. Like, you're getting, like, I don't know, a press outfit that is definitely not about that anymore. Like, I know for a fact they're not about that anymore. You know, they sign, like, press deals with bands to, like, develop them. I've never heard of that before. Like, that's not very punk rock. But then, like, you're using that online magazine as a cheap outlet for your, like, Twitter opinion. You know what I mean? Like, frankly, I mean, because honestly, I think, like, I think elitism. I'm getting approval from Michael. I think the worst problem with this scene is elitism. I think the biggest thing that we can do to elevate the music and the culture is to not pretend like we're better than anybody else. We're not a punk band. Like, I don't care what a punk guy thinks of us because, like, we don't subscribe to the same morals or the same values, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go to a black metal band and tell them their breakdowns suck, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to go to, like, a
Dude,
pop...
You're cleans, dude. Like, where are they?
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to go to, like, a pop band and tell them they sold out. Like, that's the point, you know what I mean? So, like, sorry we do meet and greets. We're not freaking, I don't know, like, Dead Kennedys. Like, and honestly, part of the reason part of the reason it bugged me so much is... that whole article implied that the bands that do meet and greets don't care about their fans, and that's completely untrue. And like, for us, you're not paying to see us and shake our hand or whatever. What you're paying for is, like, early entry. You get a signed poster, you get a Q&A, you get, like, a real experience, like, backstage and everything. And we go above and beyond to try to make it worth it because it's a lot of money. And I know, like, growing up going to shows, I could never afford it. So, like, I appreciate the value of $1, right? And I would, even today, like, I'd pay VIP to go meet Mudvayne or something. You know what I mean? But after every show, we are out there meeting fans. Every single show, even as a headlining band. So I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah. So I'll just, may I?
Well, lastly, guys, where's Issues heading after the specific headliner? What are you guys doing?
Nothing. Nothing.
3-month break, the longest break we've ever had, and we're gonna write some new music.
Yep.
Have you guys had anything written thus far?
Little riffs here and there.
Yeah, we had a few grooves, a few ideas. Like,
yeah,
I think we're starting to really composite, like, general ideas of the direction we want to go, while still keeping everything, like, open as usual. But yeah, in January we're, like, gonna officially, you know, everybody's gonna fly out for 2 weeks and, like, really, you know, get together and go to studio and do the whole thing. So
do some work.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for the interview. That concludes it.
Sorry for the rant.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. And that's Kaim Interview. So take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Marmozets. See you later.
Coming up.